Inspired by Coco Gauff's legendary style and play, this is the Tennis Warehouse shoe review of the New Balance Coco Delray. Featuring WTA sensation Coco Gauff's signature style, the Coco Delrays provide excellent comfort and high playability at a great price. The shoes offer a full fuel cell midsole for a soft, plush cushioning underfoot and an endurance rubber outsole for amazing durability and traction on any court surface. I'm a big fan of Coco Gauff and I really love her style, and so with these Coco Delrays, I have to say I love the look of these shoes. I also love how they take color. You'll see the playtesters have a bunch of different colors on, and I think everyone just looks fabulous. Now, when it came to actual performance, when I tried these shoes on for fit, I was pleasantly surprised to find actually a pretty snug medium which fit my narrow width really well. I thought the toe box didn't have a lot of extra room, so my foot sat really nicely within the shoes. I thought the length was perfect, so I did stay in my true size. But I did have a small break-in period. The shoes were a little bit stiff to start, so it took me a few hours before the shoes started to soften and loosen up. But when it came to comfort, the longer I wore these shoes, the better. I felt like by the end of the play test, the underfoot cushioning really softened and molded to my feet, and the uppers molded nicely as well, so it was a really nice ride. Now, the weight surprised me a little bit. When you look at them on the scale, they are a very lightweight shoe, but on foot and moving around the court, I felt them to be about average, and I think this was for two reasons. The first was that the plush cushioning kind of had me sit up a little bit higher, and as well as I didn't feel like the shoe transitioned from heel to toe as well. At the beginning, it was a little bit more of a slappy sensation before it kind of started to loosen up. I thought the shoe did everything else really well, from durability to traction to stability. If I had to give one knock, I wasn't getting quite a locked-in feel as much as I liked, and my heel was moving up and down when I was moving aggressively. I was just wishing for maybe one more eyelet to really cinch those laces around my ankle. But overall, I find this shoe to be great for me for coaching, for some light hitting, and I will also wear it casually because it looks that good.
Like Britt mentioned, I think this shoe has a ton of off-court appeal, and I was pleasantly surprised that on-court these shoes were great. I honestly thought they were super comfortable. They did require a little bit of a break-in for me personally, but I really enjoyed the fit. It felt locked in, especially when I pulled the tongue up and cinched the laces tightly. Just felt like the shoe did a really good job of forming to my foot, especially over time. I was really impressed with the stability. Anytime I see more of a lightweight construction with a higher ankle profile, I'm gonna take note. It's something that I look for in a lot of shoes, and I really enjoyed coming down from the air back onto the ground with these. Just a really viable shoe for how I like to move around the court. Just felt very fast, and I felt like I could sprint up to cover up drop shots if I needed to, as well as going back to retrieve lobs. Overall, I was really impressed with the playability of these. I will say that the ventilation was a little bit so-so for me personally. Would have liked a little bit more, maybe something underfoot to increase airflow. And on the back section of the heel on the outsole, I did find them to be a little bit too rounded for my taste. I prefer it to just be a little bit more stable on that back half of the shoe. But all in all, for what you're getting at this price point, I think this is an excellent value and an excellent shoe.
So when I first learned I was going to be on the playtest for these shoes, I was over the moon. I already liked the way these shoes looked in the retail stores and in the meetings that I got to see it in, and especially the colorways that it comes in. And I think the playtesters have already established how cool the shoe looks. So when I first got on court with it, I could immediately tell that there was a little bit more room in the toe box area. It's still a medium width, but I had a little bit more wiggle room, so I went and tried out the 2Es in my size because it does come in a 2E, and that was super spacey, so I stuck to the regular width. One thing I do want to mention about this shoe is that I really do like the comfort to court feel ratio it has. I would credit that to the fuel cell technology that New Balance has. So you're getting a lot of comfort, you're getting a lot of cushioning, but I was also getting a decent amount of court feel. And I really do look out for that in the shoes I wear on the court. So this one definitely gets up for me. One knock I did have about this shoe is the overheating aspect. My pair of shoes has this suede sides to it, and I think that's something that made it a bit hotter. So when I was on court with it for over an hour or two, I could definitely feel that I was sweating a bit more so, and I was just getting overheated in those shoes. But that could just be my pair. I don't want it to be a knock for the shoe itself. I really did like the durability on the shoe. I have used this shoe for over a month on the tennis court, the pickleball court, a little bit of paddle, and it's held up really, really well. I barely see any wear on this shoe, and even though it doesn't come with a durability guarantee or anything, I still think this is one of the most durable shoes that we carry right now. So if you're looking for a shoe that's got that really cool style to it and has that really good performance on top of it as well, definitely check out the new Balance Coco Delray.
Hi, I'm the newest play tester, and I was really excited to review this shoe, not just because it's my first play test ever, but because Coco Gauff is such an iconic player and the shoe's inspired by her. One of the things I really liked about this shoe is the look of it. It feels almost more like a lifestyle shoe from the appearance than just a tennis shoe, which I really like because you can wear it on and off the court that way. From a playability standpoint, I really liked how supportive this shoe felt. My feet felt really secure without feeling like the shoe was too heavy. From a traction standpoint, I did find the shoe to be a little bit too sticky at first. I had to wear it a few times before I really felt like I was able to move around the court without my foot getting stuck, especially side to side. But from the fit perspective, I did really like this shoe. It didn't feel too tight or too wide, and I didn't have to wear it too often for it to feel like it felt like it fit my foot really well. Other than that, I don't really have anything negative to say about this shoe. I really liked wearing it. It felt good, and I'm looking forward to wearing it in the future. For more information on this shoe or any others, head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.